Hey everyone, PB here, and welcome to my Star Ocean recap series. Unlike my other favorite JRPGs such as Final Fantasy and the Tales of series, all of the games in Star Ocean are based in the same universe, just at different points in time. I know I've struggled with remembering all the events that happened in the series, so I've made these videos to go over the main storylines. Be forewarned that this series does contain spoilers. Without further ado, let's recap Star Ocean, the second story. Star Ocean: The Second Story is based in the year Stardate 366 and is third in the timeline. You have the option to follow the events through either Claude or Rena's perspective. Claude is the son of Ronix Kenny from the first game, while Rena is an orphan girl on the planet Expel. Claude's story starts with you on a research mission on the planet Millicina. During the exploration of the planet, you find a hidden facility that's been destroyed. There's a mechanical short on an unknown device that sucks you into a vortex that teleports you into the Shingo Forest on the planet Expel. You notice a blue-haired girl about to get attacked by a beast, so you run in to rescue her, firing your phase gun to defeat the beast. The girl introduces herself as Rena and escorts you to her home village. Rena readies a feast for you and invites the mayor to join. You learn that 3 months ago, a meteor crashed into the planet which caused the animals to turn into demons and become violent. They refer to the meteor as the Sorcery Globe. They share the story about the warrior of legend with you. When this land Expel is threatened with the menace and people are suffering, a warrior wearing alien raiment shall appear. He shall carry a sword of light and save the people. As you put 2 and 2 together, you conclude that these people think that you are the warrior of legend. The next morning, you head out and explore the surrounding areas. While you are away, Rena is abducted by the mayor's son, Alan, of the neighboring village. When you learn of these events, you head out to rescue her. You find Rena tied up in a secret underground chapel underneath the mayor's house. Alan has become possessed by a fragment of the sorcery globe that he acquired on one of his trips and has now become hostile. You defeat Alan and destroy the fragment stone. Before you and Rena head back to her hometown, she uses her heraldry arts to heal Alan's wounds. The mayor asks you to investigate the sorcery globe, and Rena requests to join you on your journey. Rena is aware that she is not from the area since no one else is able to use healing arts on the planet. She wants to find her true parents, and the only clue she has is this pendant that she carries around her neck. The next morning, you and Rena head to Cross Castle to speak with the king. He tells you that there have been cases of earthquakes and volcanoes erupting, as well as a battle against demons on the continent of El where the sorcery globe landed. They have sent survey teams, but none of them have returned. Oddly enough, the king decides that you are capable to go as the new survey team and gives you permission to travel to El from the port town of Click. You travel to Click and prepare to set sail to the continent of El. Just before you board the boat to leave, the town experiences a severe earthquake that leaves the city in shambles. Seconds later, a huge wave smashes into the city, destroying all the boats and submerging everything underwater. You now have to take a detour to the continent of Liqueur and speak with the king there in order to travel to El. On your way to the other port town, you stop by the village of Mars to gather more supplies. Unbeknownst to you, before you arrive to Mars, the children in the village were kidnapped and are being held hostage in a dark forest. You offer your aid to rescue the children and are successful in doing so. You are rewarded with ancient writings that need to be translated by a linguistic and linga on the continent of Liqueur. You eventually make your way to the port town where you're finally able to set sail to head to Liqueur. When you arrive at the next continent, you travel to the castle to only find out that you are denied an audience with the king. You find out a tournament is being held and the winner is granted permission to see the king. You enter the tournament but are defeated in the finals. You decide to alter your course of action and head out to Linga to find a linguistic capable of translating the ancient writings you acquired. When you arrive at Linga, you find that the linguistic who can translate the ancient writings is Keith, but you are turned away at the entry by his subordinate. You manage to find a friend of Keith's in town who helps you in getting an audience with Keith in order to translate the ancient writings. Keith tells you it'll take some time to decipher the writings and to come back later. You now travel back to the castle Liqueur to find out that a state of emergency has been initiated and everyone is now seeking shelter inside the castle. The demons have taken over the continent of El and are now invading Liqueur to the north, where the front-line defense is currently holding them off. You meet with the king and a group of scientists who are constructing a weapon, the Liqueur Hope, in order to destroy the demon horde. You assist them with gathering the minerals needed from the ancient ruins in order to power the Liqueur Hope. It'll take them a few days to finish building the weapon, so you head to the front lines to assist the troops in holding back the demon horde. Eventually, the Liqueur Hope arrives just in time to destroy the horde of demons that were about to breach the front lines. You help escort the Liqueur Hope across the ocean to the continent of El, but are attacked by a demon who can produce a shield to neutralize the weapon's damage. You are defeated in battle and thrown off the ship into the ocean. You are washed ashore to the coast of El, where you eventually find Rena in a small refugee camp. You learn that the sorcery globe is the mother of all demons. It has transformed the land, animals, and even cities in the area. You both set off to the main city of Eluria, where the demons have made their stronghold. Inside the castle of Eluria, you make your way to the throne room, where you use a teleporter in the back to enter a significantly more advanced area of the city. As you ascend higher in this area, you eventually come to a room where the sorcery globe is being held, as well as 10 men standing in the shadows who refer to themselves as the 10 wise men. One of the men tries to shoot Rena, but you take the bullet for her. As she heals you, the 10 men state that Rena is a Nadian, just like them. They explain to you that the quadratic sphere, which this planet refers to as the sorcery globe, was created to alter the orbit of the Expel so that it would collide collide with the planet Nadi. They are doing this as a means of returning home to regain their lost powers in order to rule the galaxy. Unbeknownst to Rena, her pendant is actually a quadratic key which unfortunately sped up the process by 100 years. Just before Expel is destroyed, the 10 wise men use their powers to teleport themselves onto Nadi. They accidentally teleported you along too, which is how you survived and ended up on Nadi as well. You search your surroundings to find a strange structure that teleports you to the mayor's office at the main city. The mayor, who is Gnarl, tells you the history of the 10 wise men. 3.7 billion years ago, Nadi was the most advanced planet with magic science in the universe. 10 members of this era determined that they wanted to use these powers to dominate the entire galaxy. Their goal was to take over Nadi first and then the rest of the world. Many people died, however, Nadi forces were able to seal away the 10 wise men into a special space called the Eternity Space, which no one can leave. Afterwards, the Nadians decided that their science was too powerful to exist in the universe. They sealed themselves away inside a high energy body and then destroyed their planet to help prevent anyone else from using their technology ever again. Now that the 10 wise men have returned, you are asked to help defeat them. For further motivation, you learn that the Nadi has the capabilities to alter space and time in order to bring back Expel and everyone on the planet. However, you must defeat the 10 wise men and take back their stronghold in order to do so. Before you can approach the 10 wise men, you need to prepare yourself by completing 4 trials to make yourself stronger. The trials consist of the fields of intelligence, courage, power, and love. You head out and complete these trials. You then go to assist the Nadi Defense Force with their assault on the 10 wise men's stronghold. Once you arrive at the gates to the enemy's lair, you are met by members of the 10 wise men who tell you that they have completed their transport system and anti-space weapon. Now they are in their final preparations of creating a weapon that can destroy an entire planet. They also demonstrate their power by destroying your father's spaceship, killing everyone on board. You attempt to take revenge, however, your powers are still no match for the 10 wise men. You retreat and regroup at the mayor's office. You learn that the 10 wise men are using a forbidden crest known as the Crest of Annihilation, which will destroy the entire universe. You access a forbidden heraldry weapons laboratory to find records of a powerful weapon to destroy the 10 wise men. You also find out that Rena is over 700 million years old and was transported through space and time to Expel after an experiment had gone wrong by her mother, which destroyed the entire area. You head out to gather the minerals to create the anti-proton weapons and then train at the Coliseum in Fun City to prepare for the real final assault. After a few days of training, the development of your anti-proton weapons is complete, as well as void matter, which basically makes any weapon you have be able to damage the 10 wise men. Shortly after, you are ambushed by 3 members of the 10 wise men at Fun City. With your new weapons, you manage to defeat them one at a time. You decide it's now or never to take the fight to their doorsteps. You are given a Crest of Enchantment before you go in order to reverse the effects of the Crest of Annihilation and aid in the restoration of Expel. When you arrive at the enemy stronghold, you again are met by another 3 members of the 10 wise men. With the anti-proton weapons and void matter in your possession, these 3 are also no match for you. You are now able to enter the enemy stronghold and ascend higher in the facility. During your ascent, you are met by 2 other members of the 10 wise men, followed by another encounter with the second in command. You are easily able to win both battles against these enemies and soon find your way to the highest area which the leader of the 10 wise men resides in. Unfortunately, you are too late to stop the completion of the Crest of Annihilation. You engage the leader in battle and lust for revenge over your father's death as well as the people of Expel. In doing so, you unknowingly activated the Crest of Annihilation that had a dead man's switch on it. The leader of the 10 wise men tells you that he set it up as a failsafe, as a method of being the supreme ruler of the galaxy or the demise of it. You place the Crest of Enchantment upon the Crest of Annihilation, which halts the destruction of the galaxy. However, you soon learn that the purpose of the Crest of Enchantment was to create an explosion within Nadi to cause enough energy to transport the planet Expel from just before it was destroyed to now. You two will also be protected and transported to Expel during this, while the rest of Nadi is obliterated from the face of the universe. The mayor of Nadi states that the people are okay with this since they have become so advanced that there is no more purpose of existing. As the crest initiates the explosion, you are now left with viewing only a few endings out of the 86 available in the game. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. These videos do take me a bit of time and are strenuous to make, so please let me know in the comments below if this was helpful or if there was anything else important that I may have missed. Also, while you're down there, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. Feel free to check out some of my other videos on my channel since I do have a variety of gaming content. Until then, take care, my friends.